Hey everybody, Melissa here. So today I'm going to show you how to import multiple CSV files into LibreOffice Calc, and then we're going to create an individual sheet for each one of those CSVs. So if we import 6 CSV files, within our workbook we'll see an individual sheet for each one of those, and each sheet will be named exactly what the CSV file is named. We're going to create a macro, add some basic code, and then when you get multiple CSV files in the future, all you have to do is kick off the macro. So let's just get a couple of housekeeping things put away before we start this process. So first and foremost, and the most important, is the CSV files that you're wanting to import into LibreOffice Calc have to be in the same folder. And I've just created a folder called CSV, and this is all of my CSV files. Now, another thing, and this is just from what I've experienced, and it doesn't matter if it's Excel, if it's Google, if it's LibreOffice, it don't matter. I would not recommend importing CSV files that have different headers. And what I mean by that is this is all sales data. Don't import one that's for sales data, one that has employee data, one that has something else. Make sure that everything is the same and your column headers are the same, because it can cause import problems, it can cause formatting problems, or things like that, and that is not what this particular macro is set up to handle. So the next thing I want to cover just real quick, if you have never worked with a CSV file, what that is CSV stands for comma separated values. And it's just a universal file. I call it a raw data file that contains just whatever's in the spreadsheet. And it doesn't matter if it is created in LibreOffice Calc, Google, in Excel, it doesn't matter. This is a universal file that contains the data no matter where it's created. Now, if we open one of these in Notepad, and that's what I always open my CSV files in, you can see that we have all of these rows. And what this is each one of these rows or lines is a row within your spreadsheet. And then these commas that are here indicate go to the next column. So this is your first column, the comma. That's your second column, comma. So comma separated value. It just tells it where to look and break, where to put it, and then how to pull in the data. So here we have our LibreOffice Calc document, and whatever you name it and wherever you save this is not going to matter. That's completely up to you. So now let's create our macro, and we're going to do Alt F11, and that's going to bring up our macro area. And under My Macros and Standard, we're going to go to our organizer, and then make sure, see how it defaults to Automated Invoice? We do not want to create another module under this. We want to create a separate module, so select Standard and tell it New. Now our new module box is going to pop up, and every time we talk about macros, I'm going to keep saying this. I'm going to sound like a broken record. I'm sorry, but it's just a friendly reminder. Don't name them module 1, 2, 3, and 4. Name them something you're going to remember. Because in this case, I already have 3 macros. This is going to be number 4, and we're just going to keep adding them, so I could have 100 macros. And personally, I need to know exactly what they are and what they do. Now, the naming convention that I generally use for my macros is I take the very first line of my basic code, and that's what I make this. So I'll show it to you, but it'll say sub, which stands for subroutine, and whatever I've named that is what I'm going to name my module. And this one just so happens to be import CSVs to separate sheets. That's easy for me to remember. So go ahead and tell it okay. And there it is. So we're going to close out of here, go back to Standard, go to our Import CSVs to Separate, and we're going to edit it. Now this is our basic area to where we're going to add our code. And I'm going to highlight sub and main and remove it because it's in the code that I've written, and I'm going to paste it. And if you see it puts me on line 53, just go ahead and back up so that it puts you at end sub or end subroutine. So this is what I was talking about, this line right here. This is my subroutine, and that's the name that I used for my module. So Again, I plan on doing some courses that actually teach you how to write this code, but I'm going to sum up what this code does. This code is saying in subroutine, so you know, start the process is the simplest way to put it. In subroutine, we're done. Stop. Okay, subroutine start. In subroutine, we're done. It's done what it's supposed to do. And basically what this is going to do is it's going to prompt us to tell it where the data is being held or the CSVs are being held. It's going to grab the data, it's going to import the files, and it's going to close them. That way we don't have to, once it's imported, go close the original CSV or whatever. So that's basically what this is doing. So let's go ahead and X out of here. Remember, we do not have to save. We can just close out. So now we want to fire off our macro, and we don't want to go back to Alt F11. We're going to go to Tools. We're going to go down to Macros, run a macro, and then find your macro under My Macros and Standard. And here it is, import CSVs to separate sheets. And we're going to tell it to run. And it's going to prompt us to navigate to where our CSVs are housed. So let's go ahead and select the folder. And it says 6 CSV files imported. Tell it okay. And look down here. Here's all of our spreadsheets from 2020 to 2025. All of our headers. Our dollar amounts are still intact with the same formatting, and we have our total fields. And now if somebody sends you a whole bunch of CSV files, not a problem. Just fire off this macro and let it do all the work. And that's it for today. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, follow, comment, and all of that good stuff. You can connect with me on social media, including LinkedIn. And don't forget to hop on out to my website, melcompton.com, for written instructions for this tutorial and so much more. And if you have a specific feature or function that you would like me to cover, be sure to leave me a comment or hop on out to my website and request it there. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.